What's poppin', family? Welcome back to Rail's Room. And we back in here, man, to talk about George Foreman. I'm not sure if you guys heard, but I would say, midway through the year last year, there was two females that came out, two women that came out and said that George Foreman, who was, I believe he's like 73 years old, he was a heavyweight champion back in the 70s. I think in the 90s as well, he came back and won the heavyweight championship when he was like 50. Became like the oldest boxer to ever become heavyweight champion. But anyways, yeah, these two women came out going by Gwen and Denise. They came out and said that George Foreman had sexually abused them. This happened up to 45 years ago. What they stated was, I guess their fathers, one worked as an advisor, the other one worked as, I believe, as a trainer. And one was an advisor, and one was a trainer, or they trained, or it was a boxer that trained with George Foreman. Their names haven't been disclosed. The only name that's been disclosed was a third party named Ron, or I guess they told Ron that he had been doing this. I guess Ron confronted George, and George said, "I didn't have anything to do with it." Well, what they said they said he didn't deny it. That's what they said in the report. They said he didn't deny it. But just to go back, what they stated was that, you know, I guess they met him at around, I believe they were 8 or 9 years old. Of course, you know, working with their father, business like boxing, you know, you kind of become family, you know, because, you know, you're going along on camps, long camps away from your family together. You know, it might be 2-3 months together. I mean, so you kind of intertwine with each other's families. But anyways, they said, I guess at the ages of 8 to 9, he started grooming them. They said they would take them to get ice cream, let them, you know, sit on his lap while he was driving, which I understand that as a man. I definitely understand that as a man. You know, someone, you putting a child on your lap, you know, while you're driving, so that it kind of seems like so you kind of make them feel like they're driving. You know, it's a very exciting feeling. You know, it's a very exciting experience as a child. And it's tough because, you know, men get put in a position where you're not even able to do that. That's why I kind of stay away from, you know, I stay away from children that's not, you know, if I really don't know your parents, like, you know, if we're not related, or if I don't know them, like, consider them family, man, I try to keep my, you know, arm's length away from children, man, because you never know what happened, man. It's crazy, especially nowadays in Me Too movement. But yeah, he stated that, you know, he used to take them out to get ice cream, let them sit on his lap while he drove, you know, little things like that. And then he stated that around the age of 15, that's when things really started getting sexual. 15, 16, so that's when he had sexual intercourse with them, and, you know, molestation. That's when the molestation and sexual intercourse started. You know, it's definitely very unfortunate if it did happen. I'm definitely not putting any type of doubts on their claims, even though it is 45 years later. But what George Foreman did say is that even before the lawsuit even came out, he, you know, presented information that they were trying to get $12 million out of him to keep it out of court. They basically said, if you give me $12 million, we won't go through with the lawsuit. So, you know, I guess George said, fuck that, man. You know, you should have some type of evidence, and of course he should have evidence of them seeking the $12 million. So I mean, I'm pretty sure that would be submitted to courts. But what George stated is he's doing a countersuit. He's doing a counter lawsuit against him. Of course, he couldn't before, but once she came out and did a public news conference, then that enabled, you know, George Foreman to go ahead and move forward with defamation lawsuit. You know, basically saying, you know, what she's saying, she's putting this out in the public, and it's a lie. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. These guys are, and this is right before, I believe he's coming out with a biopic in April. He's coming out with a biopic on his life, so that's just horrible timing. And it's kind of a coincidence. Now all of a sudden he's coming out with the biopic. Now, you know, yeah, just I don't, you know, I reserve my compliments and not my compliments, but my comments and my thoughts on it, my personal comments and thoughts on it. But just, I don't know, things are after 45 years, and all of a sudden, I mean, it's, you know, I mean, you can't judge a book by its cover, but it's hard to believe, you know. The dude that sold all them George Foreman grills, man, he just kind of seemed, I mean, it was mean in the ring, but he kind of seemed like a teddy bear, you know, outside the ring. He didn't really seem too, you know, he really wasn't a mean soul. Didn't really seem as if he was a mean soul, but yeah, man, stay locked. Of course, we're gonna keep everybody updated on this case with George Foreman, and of course his two accusers. And like I said, if it is true and it comes out that it was true through the courts, through any type of proof, then the maximum penalty, because of course, you know, that's not respected, because at the point in time he was 24 and they were, you know, 15, I believe. You know, he may have been a little bit older, but he was in his, I believe his late 20s by the time they were 15, 16, and he was having intercourse with them. So that's totally ridiculous, regardless of the times that we were in. That's still ridiculous, you know. Someone underage, and you know, you're a heavyweight champion, and you know, you have everything accessible to you, every woman accessible to you. Not every woman, of course, but plenty of women accessible. You don't have any shortage of women, you know, that want to be with you, want to be around you, and you know, you choose the vulnerable. So if it is true, then, you know, hopefully it's not true. But you know, if it is not true, there's kind of a double-edged sword where it sucks, because, you know, men, we kind of have become targets. You know, even though I know that men are definitely, it's a lot of men that are predators out there, but you know, there's a lot of innocent men that are getting preyed upon in these times, especially wealthy men. So, like I said, keep it locked. Check back in with World's Room, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, we're gonna have updates on this case, and I'll holler at y'all. I'm gone.